Spanish.
This is my audience, my friends, and my family. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. In case you don't know what I said, hello, how are you, and I am doing well. Why did I say this in Spanish? Because today I will be speaking about the three most important parts of the Spanish language. Culture, grammar, and vocabulary are the three most vital parts of the Spanish language, and you need to know them in order to fully understand it. The first component I'll be talking about is culture. Culture is defined as the beliefs, customs, and art of a particular society. According to the ctb.ku.edu website, food, celebrations, religion, mannerisms, greetings, and sayings all make up a part of culture. Culture is very important to know because of any society, when you're forming a relationship with someone, you want to know their lifestyle. You can't form a real relationship with someone if you don't know maybe what they believe in, or what types of food they eat, or how they do certain things, or what's right and wrong. And for example, someone who's lived in Mexico all their life couldn't just come to the United States and start interacting with people if they've never been there and they don't know anything about it. They don't know certain laws, they don't know what is right and wrong. So culture is very important. And also, knowing a person's culture can help keep you from coming off as rude or inappropriate. And an example of this is how people in Spanish-speaking countries greet each other. Now, most of you probably know that when in Spanish-speaking countries, a lot of people greet each other by kissing each other on the cheek. So I have a chart, I call it the Spanish kiss chart, and I found it in one of my Spanish textbooks. And basically, it lists off a couple of countries and how many times it's okay to kiss someone on the cheek when you're greeting someone. So for example, in Argentina, the people there normally kiss each other once on the cheek. But in Bolivia, you do not kiss people on the cheek when you greet them. So you can imagine how you could get into an awkward situation if you went to Bolivia assuming that people kissed each other on the cheek as a greeting. You could really make a situation very awkward. You could possibly offend someone. So culture is just really important to know. The next important component of the Spanish language is grammar. And grammar is the study of the way a sentence is structured to make sense. The Spanish language is not just you can't understand the Spanish language and think that you can just put a bunch of Spanish words together to make a sentence. It just doesn't work like that. In the Spanish language, there are a lot of different rules, including different verb endings and past, present, and future tenses. So the language has a lot of different rules that you have to put in order to construct a correct sentence. And grammar is really important because you wouldn't want to start speaking to someone who spoke Spanish just throwing words together, because you could really confuse them. So grammar is vital to knowing the language. And the third most important component of the Spanish language is vocabulary. And vocabulary, obviously, are Spanish words, and you can't understand, write, speak Spanish without knowing any Spanish words. So obviously that is also very vital in knowing the Spanish language. The Spanish language is one of the most common languages in the world, and it is one of the easiest languages to learn. According to the website census.gov, in 2011, 37.6 million people spoke Spanish in the United States, out of the 60.6 million people that spoke a language other than English. So the three most important components I talked about today, culture, grammar, and vocabulary, are all vital in knowing the Spanish language. Without culture, you can't form a good relationship with someone because you don't know enough about them. Without grammar, you won't be able to form correct sentences, and you could possibly confuse some people. And without vocabulary, you won't really be able to do anything because you won't know any Spanish words. If you study these three components, then you will definitely be well on your way to learning the Spanish language. Thank you.